Good morning. Welcome back to Alma, Missouri. I've got to remember to get my clothes taken into the house before it rains. Or I'll call up the missus. She's at work currently. But yeah, taking a look off in the distance, we have 3 stacks of bales. I've got an additional 40 bales plus the 115 from yesterday's Field 24 contract. So yeah, we got the important job taken care of right there, feeding Romeo. Let's go for a quick jog, check on the animals real quick. See what they're doing for food. Okay, we're at 25,000 liters, 5,500 liters of milk. Still got plenty of straw, manure, slurry. Ooh, we got to get the slurry out of there. And this is the one thing. I didn't want to hook that up. That I heard just today through someone else's video. That if the slurry is full, the milk production is lower. Well, as we can see, we only got 5,500 liters of milk this time. So, yeah, we got to get rid of the slurry. And the slurry point is, where is the slurry point? I haven't had to mess with the slurry yet on this, so while I'm over here, so that we don't mess up our animals over here, because yesterday we did run out of space, so I had to move the bales of wool out of the way. We've got 1,000 liters of goat milk. Let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll put it into the truck. Come on. A little higher, a little higher. There we go. Drop her in. Alright. Let's go back into the pick 'em up truckage. We got her strapped down. I think the slurry, I know I've ridden beside it, a few times. I thought the collection point would have been a little higher. Because that's the milk, that's the animal. And if we come down here, here's our slurry. So yeah, we'll make sure to give this tanker trailer a good washing out when we're all done before we go take the milk out. Where can we sell this stuff? Ooh, wrong button, always. So let's do a little scrolling through the market, call some people up, figure out where slurry goes. So the biogas plant, that's the only location. And luckily for us, it's just up the road. Just up the road. It's just over there. Somewhere. If I remember correctly. Let's select it. We'll tag it. There we go. That way. Yeah. Yep, somewhere over there. Okay, we got our 100,000 liters of slurry taken out of there, and I thought that pit would have been a little bigger. Apparently not. So we'll go take this up to the biogas plant, and we'll just hang along for the ride here. The ultimate goal right now, we don't need to be spending any additional money, The ultimate goal is to buy field number, I think it's 9. Just to the north of us, where Mr. David decided to run a tram line through our soybean field. After we planted. You know. And yeah, because it was there. Well, it might have been before we planted. I don't know. Because I swore I plowed up the field beforehand, and then did my planting, and then put my lime in. Whee! Yeah, these two bridges here will definitely mess somebody up if you're going too fast. So we're here. I think it's this one right here that we got to dump at. I think. Maybe it was the back one. I didn't see a notification saying which one to dump into. You know, I don't want to produce a biohazard. I think we can dump into either one. Surely it's not here. Where do we dump at? Oh, duh. Let's get our milk products put back in here. I forget that little thing of we need to be on the correct trailer for the there it is. There we go. Rookie, I tell ya. Anyway, we're at $117,000. We just made $2,846 plus the $157 bio bonus, so about $3,000. It's not too bad, and we used their machinery to rinse out our tanker really good. So yeah, $3,000 on 100,000 liters of slurry. That's, I mean, it's always low. The only way you really make the money is if you were to own the biogas plant and put in large quantities of silage and slurry and manure to get digestate out and electricity and the methane, you know, those types of products. Yeah, now we'll go get our milk and we'll get that taken care of. And then we'll check the forecast to see what we got for upcoming rainstorms. I mean, I think the forecast right now says it's going to be sunny. So I just want to keep it that way. Yep, we did bring our good trailer home. We do have some, like I said, we got 2 fields that we got to take care of. Let's go ahead and start filling that up. Start it up. And while we're here, I know that just got filled up. It takes a hot second. Let's go to our productions. Here we go. So we've got 9,187 liters of milk. I was taking some notes yesterday, and we were at 8:15 in the morning, we were at 16,374, and this is at 9186. Okay, so it looks like we are going through a little bit more, and this is 811, so close enough. A little bit more milk than we're currently producing, which is good, considering the first time I took milk over there, I forgot to turn it on. Then the next month I took milk over there, so we doubled up on the milk. We'll see how much we get in cheese as well. We'll also take a look at the contracts. Maybe we'll do some double dipping on contracts, because I know other people are getting ready to harvest as well, so they're going to need somebody to come do that for them. While we're harvesting our own, they can be harvesting, or we can have an AI worker harvest for them. We're on that elusive goal of, what was it, like $600,000 needed to buy that property of our directly to the north. So yeah, hopefully we can get that done before the soybeans get harvested. I will be doing some math here in the offshoot time. We still got plenty of corn. Plenty of silage right now, I should say. Okay. And that one got sold because I didn't have it strapped in. That one got locked in. Okay. Let's hop out of the vehicle. I want to see what we got over here for productions. We have an additional 1 butter inside. So we got 4 butters, we got 2 milks, and 1 cheese. So last month we had 1 cheese, so I think it's going to fluctuate a little bit. But right now, it doesn't seem like, and I could turn off one or the other of the cheese or butter and see what we got. Maybe we'll just leave these here and collect them next month, double up on that, because the capacity that they can hold, is 140,000, 80,000, 80,000. So we can definitely do that. Well, I think we'll save that for a month. So let's just go back to the farm. Make it worth our while to bring the trailer up here. I mean, it's always worth the while to bring the trailer, but it'll be better next month. We'll actually have some more than just 7 pallets of product. But yeah, let's get home. And let's figure out what we can do for the day to get contracts done. See you back at the farm. All right. Just got everything back. And these, we got the truck and trailer combo here. The leasing cost for each one is going to be minuscule, like $600 a day. We're not going to use this too much. We got 0.7 hours on it, so each hour over is going to be like $1,600. But regardless, we're going to make sure that we use it sparingly. Make sure we turn it off when we exit the vehicle. The rest of our tractors that we own, we can leave them running running diesels don't hurt nothing. It's the mechanical operations that cost in the long run. But yeah, let's check to see what we got for the day. We got 2 grass fields that need to be harvested as well, so we will get the case going on that. That worked out pretty good, just having the case running the fields with the motor, tedder, and windrower. We'll just let them do the entire thing. And that's our grass. This one's our grass as well, number 4. We're going to buy number 9 as fast as we can. We got oats over here. And then I think this one was wheat. So yeah, well, we got to get onto the main road. Luckily for us, I mean, we'll have to put the header on the trailer. I don't want to, but we can drive over our grass field to get over to here and then drive through that to get up to there. We may just do that. But anyway, let's go to our contracts here. What do we got? Deadwoods. We don't want deadwoods. Fertilizing contracts. We got a mowing contract here. It's kind of minuscule. More spraying. So let's get started on our own stuff. Let's get the case hooked up. The case is already over here with the baler. And we'll need to take the front weight off of there. We'll start that bad boy up, and we'll put the weight up by the plow. Seems like a good spot for it always, and I think, yep, we got the stuff in there. We got to get the front connected to it first. Okay, there we go. And I keep saying, jittery. Keep saying to myself, I need to get better tedders and windrowers, and plans change. Since we got the equipment, we'll continue to use it. It's just the fact that I want to be able to expand that faster. Expand our mowing operation, get it completed faster, I should say, not expand it. But having David run a tram line through our field kind of infuriated me yesterday when I noticed it. And yeah, I was not a happy camper, and I'm going to retaliate by buying David's field. He did all the hard work in that field, and he had us spend money on borrowing equipment to weed it when it wasn't in the proper growth stage for weeding. Okay, and it is set up on that. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and we'll jump over to the combine. Get this guy started up. And we'll just go take care of the oats first. We do have an approach up there where it says 66 degrees out. There's an approach there at the road, if I remember correctly, to get onto that. So we'll just use that to get to the oat field. Get that taken care of. Let's throw some music on and get to work. wheat harvest done. And I do believe, I don't see a mower running over there. I do believe the mowing is done as well. Alright, we'll get this this combine all folded up. Take it back over to the farm. We'll do the long way around, because my header trailer's on this side and I don't exactly want to go on the road, cross a bridge, do those things. So I got to thinking as I was prepping at the end of June, we are in the month of July. I was like, how are we going to get more money? Yep, we got the contracts that we're definitely going to be doing. And let's see if that, yep, resets. Cool. So, we'll get this hooked up real quick. Then we'll go into an explanation of what we're going to do. There we go. That's killed. Now I want to turn my HUD back on. And so yeah, it's 9 in the morning. Yep, our mowing's done. Let's go ahead and bring this back home. And while we're here, we'll talk about what we're going to be doing. Normally I would be tedding this. But looking at the bale situation yesterday with all the straw bales, which we're going to have to bale up, we got to do that first, regardless. Our cattle operation right now is still small. Like I said, we're good on hay for quite a while. We got 130 some bales of hay, and we use maybe 2 bales a month, something like that. Maybe 3, depending on how much TMR we make. That's if we feed every month, you know. I'm just gonna park this guy right here for the time being. We'll get out and go run over to our hay bales. We got 134 large square bales, and we use, what is it, two square bales for every load of, or is it every one? We've got the small mixer, so right now it's only 1. But we use 3 of these bad boys every time. We've got a large pit over there that's it's just chilling. We got 2 million liters over there just chilling. That right there, you know, if we were to take a look at this, we got 2.016, 2 million liters, roughly. So, if we go into our market page here, silage, we could sell it any time right now at the bale sell point or biogas, either one. Right now, bale sell point is the highest at $123 per 1,000. So, if we do a little math here, and I'm just going to do it quick on 2 million liters, which is 2,000 times 123. If my math is correct, that's $246,000 worth of silage. So we could roughly say 250,000. We need 626, so that takes us halfway to buying this field. Especially if we want to buy it before Mr. David gets to doing things. Now, it doesn't look like right now any harvesting contracts have loaded up. If we take a look at the map, the big field 22 was not planted at all, which is a bummer. 29 was not planted at all, which was another bummer. We had the only field of wheat, the only field of barley left. Canola, there's nothing. Oats, we had the only thing. Corn, there's only 2 fields of corn. Or 3 fields. So yeah, the harvesting right now is pretty minuscule. A lot of sugar beets right now. A lot of sugar beets. A lot of potatoes. So yeah, we got and 2 ginormous fields of parsnips. Now, if we take a look at the map here, you know, we got the harvesting. We are in orange for the harvesting. Canola, there was nothing. Carrots and parsnips all start next month. Soybeans don't start till October, so we got 2 months to sell off stuff. This is not boding well right now to get that field purchased the way we want it. We got all that straw. We can sell some straw. We got plenty of straw. We got plenty of hay. Because even the straw bales, we're using only 1 a month. So yeah, we're going to sell off all that straw. Because we definitely don't need that. So yeah, we got some thinking to do. I'm going to run into the house. I'm going to freshen up and get some breakfast made. And we'll come back. And I should have a plan at that time of what we're going to be doing. So sit tight. We're not going anywhere. We're like I said, we're in prep mode to buy a field. See you in a bit. Well, breakfast was pretty good. Just went and grabbed my trailer. We got the chickens totally fed back up. And I'm still undecided on what I want to do. I know I'm going to sell all of that silage in the bunker there. I know I'm going to bale up all of the grass, and we'll wrap all of the grass, and we'll make silage out of all the grass. I got to watching YouTube videos for my breakfast, during my breakfast, and, you know, it kind of took the thought process away on what I need to do on the farm to buy that property. But for now, we're just going to yeah, we'll park this over by the bunker silo. And instead of backing it up, I'm going to drive through. At least I think I can drive through. I cannot drive through. Fitting. I guess we'll park it on this side for now. And let's just go ahead and grab the baler. It doesn't matter what tractor we use. We're done harvesting all the stuff, so we got all of the straw to bale up. We've got all of the grass to bale up. We need to do the straw first. So get squeezed in here. Sorry, mower. Sorry again, mower. Alright, let's get all the straw going. Because I do want to get that stuff piled up, and I want to see where we go from there. Not the grass, the straw. I was like, I was coming up, there's no... Oh wait, this field is already harvested and baled. Ha 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 ha. Just one of those days when your mind is all messed up. I'm saying the song wrong on purpose. Alright, let's get to it. Should we be using a different baler for silage additive added in? It's debatable. A 5% increase in silage could help, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. So the big thing we need next is a bale wrapper. Which you're all probably saying, why aren't I using that other John Deere that makes the round bells? Well, speed is one. Size of bales is another. Each bale is only 125 centimeters across, so they're, what is it, 3,500 liters? Well, when you're consistently stopping and going on each bale, it's not feasible, and I'd rather drive around with the bale wrapper doing as fast as I can. And I've heard of a new company out there that makes bale wrappers that wrap at extraordinary speeds. We'll see if we can get the dealership to get one of those for us. And we'll just lease it for now. Unless the price is right, and then we'll just buy it. Buy it outright. But we'll see. We're not set in stone for exactly what we need for that. So yeah, we'll come on back. I'm gonna call up the dealership, and we'll do some wheeling and dealing. We'll see what we can get, and we'll, next time I see you in the video here, we'll be done with the grass baling, and we'll be hopefully begin with the wrapping. Well, as you can see, we've gone through and done a little bit more baling. We went through all of the headland area of all the fields. Sat there, mowed it all down, baled it all up, and we're still not done baling. You know, we're trying to get as much silage as we can make. Still looking for that elusive bale wrapper. You know, I did call up the equipment dealer, and they are putting feelers out to the surrounding areas to see if they can find a bale wrapper for us. But in the meantime, they also told us to call Jesse at the animal dealer. Because Jesse was kind of in a bind. He was looking for a few things from the equipment shop that they didn't have. And the surrounding counties are crying out to him for help. So I gave a call to Jesse, and he explained his dilemma. I mean, we were getting ready to take a whole bunch of silage to him, and he would have been appreciative of that, and he said that. But at the same time, silage is not what he needs. Or specifically, what the counties around us need. They're looking for TMR. And lots of it. And through our continued conversation with him, he's willing to pay us some top dollar for TMR, and he will take as much as we can give him. So, with that little bit of information, I called the equipment dealer back up, Tom, and I asked him if he had anything that could help us, because what we got just this little mixer that does, 25,000 or something like that liters at a time. I was like, do you got anything that can help us with this? Any freestanding structure or additional equipment? And his response is no. However, Tom said that he definitely has a piece of equipment that will help us out. We just need to make sure we have a place to put it, and that we're ready to get some good use out of it, because it's on a trailer. They just got it in, and they're looking for somebody to test it out. And I guess that somebody's us. We'll see it when it gets here. Well, it just showed up. The Silo King static feeding system. The Premier 4018. Yeah, it looks like a beast. This thing has a capacity of, what did Tom say? It was like 1 million liters of TMR that it can mix. We just need to put in the required amounts of TMR materials. So I guess we'll get in the semi that we rented and go ahead and get... I guess we'll start off with some grass, get that loaded up. And I think the proper ratio we need... And I'm sitting there crunching the numbers as he was explaining it to me before I started up my camera again. Since it's 1 million liters, we plan on doing about 400,000 liters of grass, or excuse me, of hay. About 400,000 liters of silage. And then the remaining portion will be of straw. So let's go ahead and get the 400,000 liters of grass, and I think we're going to come out to about 50 bales, if I remember. Let me look at the notes here. Calculation carried on. So yeah, about 50 bales. So let's get this loaded up, and we'll just start the nice long jump cuts, monologue, all that good stuff. Let's throw some music on if we need to do it. This is rock and roll. All right. Let's get these last couple of bales put in here. Make sure that they're pushed in properly. Just kind of shake it around a little bit. There we go. And we're sitting at just shy of 1 million liters. Well, that didn't take too long. It looks like we got a very excellent ratio. I mean, we could have put, you know, like 450,000 each of silage and hay in there, and then the rest in straw. But I think that's a good ratio. It's something I would do. Let's go ahead and take the first load over to Jesse. Yeah, I'll be quite honest. When he said a good deal, I honestly don't know what to think of that, you know. I mean, silage only sells for like 120 bucks a thousand. So let's back up a little bit better instead of just kind of relying on memory on where the trailer is at. Yeah, we can leave the semi there. It's not in the way of doing anything. All right, let's get under this. What's the trigger? Oh, holy 38,000 liters filled in like a split second. Holy crap. Well, yeah, when they said that we're definitely going to test it out, and we're definitely going to test it out. Now we just need to find where Jesse's at, because I'm not sure where he is on the map. No. Oh, there he is. Yeah, let's mark it and let's get going. Yeah, it looks like the right spot. So, I guess we'll see you over there. Okay, we are pulling into the animal dealer. Or at least I hope this is the animal dealer. And I think it's this spot right here. Yep, that one's the animal trigger. Okay, here's their first load. Oh, good Lord. 40,000 on 38,000 liters. We're going to need a bigger trailer. Okay. We can do this in, like 20 trips, or we can make it in one. I'll get back to you. Well, we got ourselves a bigger trailer. As you can see in the bottom right. This is the one that we picked up here. Oh, for the last wheat harvest. For barley. Whichever one it was on that field 24. We bought this off the used market, if I remember correctly. And yeah, we did the upgrade to this. We have it up to 600,000 liters. Go slow across the railroad tracks. This is its first trip. We got one more left to do. Oh, what in the world did I hit there? I think the tree's a little lower than I expected. So, okay, let's go ahead and undo the cover here. Get this thing unloaded. And this load will now let us buy that field. Thanks, David. And we're going to sell the rest of that TMR, and we're going to buy a few more things for the farm. Do a little upgrade like I kept telling myself I was going to do, aka the grass carry equipment. So yeah, I'll see you back at the farm for the last load. Alright, we made it back. We got the last little bit here, and I'm going to turn the truck off. We may not run over the time frame on the truck. But first things first. Let's take a look at the farmland here. Okay. It's not telling us anything that we can see. Not even, I mean, it needs plowed, it needs weeded, so we're gonna have to rent some stuff to get rid of the weeds. Which we'll gladly do. We'll gladly do that. We'll have to plow that in the fall after the harvest. But yeah, right now, it's ours. We got 153,000 left over. And let's take this next load up to the shop. Or the animal dealer, I should say, not the shop. Let's get it up there. We got a 1/10 of an hour. Let's try not to run over the time frame on this truck, because I also have plans for it. This is a leased truck, by the way. And we'll see you back up there. Alright, back at the dealer, animal dealer, that is. Let's get this last little bit unloaded. It is nice that this trailer unloads pretty fast. I've seen other ones that are at this capacity unload at 10 times slower speeds. Alright, that brings us back up to 495,000. And I called up the shop. And I asked them about... Oop, we got a train here. We got 1 hour on the tachometer. Or the Hobbs meter, I should say, not tachometer. Tach is RPMs. I called up the shop. Said I'm looking for a little something here. Told them what I wanted, and they said, "We got you, buddy. We got you." So, the first new purchase in a while on the farm since last year. And yep, you just saw it. You just saw it. Let's go ahead and get this guy parked over here. We have yet to play with this truck. This old International, it works good. But there's times where it cannot pull itself up a hill. And let's go ahead and return that boy. It's a good starting truck, don't get me wrong. But we got our trailer here. It's a plain Jane red. I'm excited for this guy. We got ourselves a nice little Peterbilt. It's stock. It's only 550 horsepower. We don't need no sleeper. This is all on our own stuff. We got our tie-down box set up in back. We also have the heavy tow light rig on top. You know, in case we run into any deer on the front. Yeah. Let's get in this. Oh, she's shiny. Look at all that chrome. Look at all that chrome. What's she sound like? Pretty quiet from in the cab. Oh yeah, she's got some grunting going on in there. So yeah, first purchase of a few for Alma, Missouri. We'll get hooked up to the trailer over there. We'll come back. We'll get some additional grass care equipment purchased and used. But yeah, I think this beast will serve some good time on the farm. Yes, sir. All right, and with that, you know, we just made a whole bunch of money on TMR. We got in just at the right time. The animal dealer, Jesse, he was very pleased with what we could produce in such short notice. All the farmers in the surrounding counties will definitely put it to use. Thank you all for watching. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. And with that, we'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.